Today is going to be a ton of fun as we revisit a cult classic in the Cold Steel Recon 1 that's been updated with some new materials. We're looking at the iconic Cold Steel Recon 1. Yeah, this update has S35VN steel on it. It has now a flat grind versus the older version that I had in OS 8 had a hollow grind on it. It has DLC coating on the blade now, and I hear they're coming out with satin versions soon. So I saw that on the website, so that's pretty cool. And then, I don't know if this is an update or not, but the backspacer is 6061 heat-treated aluminum, and that just gives strength and partnership to the iconic and ultra-strong triad locking mechanism that I've had tons of work with over the years on several different cold steel blades. So, got a different grind now, got a different type of steel, and just the S35VN is definitely an upgrade over the old OS 8 that I used to use, and it's just still, after all these years, an epic folder and kind of like a really solid plumb line for something that is carryable, like, that you actually want an EDC on a regular basis, put it in your pocket. You can actually go to the office if you want to. You can go out, and run to the store and do groceries, but you can also, use it in either if you're a law enforcement, firefighter, military, whatever the thing may be, and it will be good in both scenarios, both applications you can use. And always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.
Hey folks, so in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Gerber Decree Tactical Folding Knife. So just to clarify, before we take a look at this knife, I'm going to tell you right now, this is not what you would call a bushcraft or a survival knife. This is a tactical folder. This is primarily designed really with military and first responder type folks in mind. This is a tactical blade. So keep that in mind. This isn't going to be exactly geared towards making feather sticks and things like that, although it will work for that type of stuff to a certain extent. That's not the primary design of this knife. It's a tactical knife. With that being said, I think this is a really nice tactical folder for the price. Now, if you go on gerbergear.com, it looks like the MSRP on this thing right now is $109, but the actual street price, most of the places I found online, you can get it for under 60 bucks, easy. Again, this has been my review of the Gerber Decree Tactical Folding Knife.
Hey all you viewers to be named later, how are we doing today? That's right, we got another one by CRKT here on the channel. I know, big shock, but still. Today we're going to take a look at the Foresight. Now this guy has been sitting on my Amazon wish list for a very long time until I pulled the trigger. But we're going to get in there and take a look at that blade here in a moment. My wish list for a very long time. Especially as you can see by the old CRKT logo right there. It is a big, massive blade for a folder. I love it. It's got two huge setbacks from me, but we're going to get there in a moment. Now, yes, it is a Ken Onion design, and you guys who know my channel know how much I love Ken Onion's blades. They're big, they're swoopy, they're very bold, and they seem to make a statement. That's why I just love what he does. Now, from my understanding, this is the winner of Blade Magazine's Imported Knife of the Year. I think it was a couple years ago, and of course I didn't write the exact freaking day down, but still. Alright. So, let's get into the fun stuff like we usually do. It's got an overall length of about 8.75 inches. The blade is about 3.5, and closed it's 5.16. And it's a very comfortable handle. I do love those little finger grooves right in there. Your fingers just slide in and it feels great. That little dip up here for your thumb, it just gives you a great control on that blade. Now, it's done in what they call the drop point style, but it's like a drop point with a massive... But there we go, guys. My quick tabletop look at the CRKT Foresight. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are having a great day. I hope you are having a safe day. And I'll see you in my next video.
Hey guys, welcome back to Knife Review. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing the Kershaw Blur. So this knife is going to be a Ken Onion design, and it's going to say Ken Onion right here on the blade of the knife. And then the dimensions of this knife are going to be 3.375 inches for the actual blade, and the overall length is going to be 7.875 inches long. Something that's very interesting about this knife is it does have Kershaw's Speed Safe Assist. So all you're going to have to do is just push out on the thumb stud here, and it's just going to fire out just like that with authority, and the action is going to feel very nice and good. As you guys can see here, it has a draw point style blade, and it's also going to have some very sharp serrations here towards the end of the knife. The knife is going to be set up for right-handers, but you can carry the knife tip up or tip down, which is going to be pretty cool. So like I said, this knife does feature Kershaw's Speed Safe Assist. However, it actually doesn't have a flipper, so there's going to be no flipper here on the back side, and the only way to open up the knife is just going to be to flick on the thumb stud like this, and it's going to pop right out. So this knife doesn't have a flipper, it's just going to have a thumb stud, which is kind of cool and kind of not cool at the same time. As far as weight goes, it only weighs 3.9 ounces, which is going to be relatively lightweight, but definitely not the lightest. This knife is going to have aluminum liners, and it is going to be a liner locker knife. So to close it, you're going to just have to push it down, and that's all I got for you guys in this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
Hello, Slicey Dicers. This is Brian with another knife review for you. Today, we have the CRKT HVAS. This is a Jesper Voxnaes design produced by Columbia River Knife and Tool. And what its big party piece is, it's one of the several knives now that CRKT is producing with the field strip technology. I was disappointed to learn that field strip technology does not mean that you're allowed to take your clothes off in a field. It means that you can take it apart with no tools, which is also fun, I guess. But it's kind of, I think it's kind of a gimmick, and it's kind of a gimmick, but it works, and it is cool. I do like you can take it apart with no tools. It is fun to do. It's fun to show your friends that you can do it, and I'm not sure how often I actually use it, but for a knife this design and shape, I chose this one because I wanted to try the field strip technology, and this was the design that appealed to me the most of all the knives they make, because it is a good, no-nonsense blade shape. I love Jesper Voxnaes designs. He's becoming one of my favorite designers, and this was an easy choice for me to be my first field strip knife, and it's pretty darn cool, I do have to say. Let's do some specs and size comparisons before we get too far in. We have an overall length. Again, these are 1-inch squares on this particular background. We have an overall length of just under 8 inches, about 7.9 inches. Blade length of just under 3.4 inches. You have a blade thickness of 0.13 inches, handle thickness 0.49 inches, and a weight of 3.8 ounces. So it's not quite what I would call a lightweight, but it's not heavy by any means at all. You can carry it right hand, left hand, tip up only. And as I said, you've got the GRN handles, and the blade steel we'll get into in a minute, but it's 1.4116. All right, now let's get into the actual review of this particular knife. Quality-wise, you know, this is a pretty great knife. I actually really recommend this. If you want to get a field strip technology CRKT, this is the one I would get, the HVAS. So go check it out at your local retailer.